guys, now we are going to see about how to pass the array to a function. We are going to pass the array to a function. After that, by help of the pointer variable, we are going to fetch the base address of the array variable, and we are going to display the each and every values at the corresponding address. See here, for example, if you are creating a array variable a of 5, suppose if you are storing the value, here there were totally 5 elements. See here, let us assume this function name is display. Suppose if you are passing this variable here, that is what array variable, here we are passing the array variable. Then in the function definition part, we can create the pointer variable, that is we are going to fetch the integer type address. So here the pointer variable data type I should declare it as integer. Next, suppose if I am declaring the pointer variable as ptr, so that here this a address were copied to the pointer. So we can give directly like this a, otherwise we can give like this also. Instead of here we can give a of 0, both were similar. A of 0, or if you are without mentioning this subscript value, 0th value, if you are giving, by default it will take the pointer variable, always it will take the base address of the variable which we had passed. So here see totally 0 to 4, 5 locations. So here totally 5 elements I have stored to this array variable a. Here when we are passing this array variable, here the starting address were stored in the pointer variable. Suppose if I am telling to display this one, printf, here I am telling to print the here value at this pointer. So here at the 0th location this 20 will be printed. Suppose if I am increment this pointer, again if I am giving this printf statement, printf, here if I am telling to print the value at this pointer, very first starting address were fetched. Next here I am telling to print the base address value. So here the 20 will be printed. The element 20 were printed. Next, after incrementing, it moves to the next location. See, for each and every time, depending upon the data type, the pointer variable will increment the its values. So it will increment 4 values. So from 1000 next increment value here, now currently the pointer variable will have 1004. So at the 1004 location the value is 10. Here it will print the value 10. So that we can first we can get the base address of an array. Next we can from that base address remaining every element we can. Last class we had seen, here I am using star ptr, that is value at the pointer variable. Otherwise we can give like this also, value at ptr plus 1. Next here value at ptr plus 2, so that without incrementing the pointer variable, suppose if we want to display the value at the location, then we can give like this. See here printf value at pointer variable plus 0, so that here the last class we had seen about this, we can access the array element in adding the pointer variable with 0, then the base address value will be stored. Here what is the base address? Here the base address, here I passed this a, that is 1000. So 1000 plus 0, 1000. So at the 1000 location the value is 20. This will print here. Next one, here I am increment it by 1. So here 1 means for each and every time this will multiply with the depending upon the data type. Here 1 into 4, 4. Next here base address is 1000 plus 4, 1004. At the 1004 what is the value element here? 10. So here it will print 10. In same way here 1008, at the 1008 location the value is 30. So in this way we can, by incrementing this pointer variable, or otherwise we can summing the number, we can add the number to the pointer variable and we can access the element inside the array. Then we can print that element. Now let us see the simple example. Suppose if I want to create a array, and if I am storing some elements to the array, if I want to sort list that array, that is if you want to sort it in ascending order that array, then by help of this pointer variable we can access the element inside the array and we can sort it in ascending order. Suppose if you are giving here these 5 numbers if after sorting in ascending order, what is ascending order? Very first here the smallest number, that is 10. Next here 20, 30, 70 and 90. This will print in ascending order. Ascending order means from smaller value to biggest value. Suppose if you are giving descending order, then from bigger number to smaller number it will print if you are giving it as descending order. So here now let us see the simple example. So by we are going to pass the array to a function, and by help of the pointer variable we are going to fetch the address of that base address, and we are going to display the array list, that is element inside that array in ascending order. See, now let us see. See here, no space, I am writing here. See here, main function, open brace, close brace. This one user defined function, open brace, and I am closing this brace here. Next, this is for loop, outer for loop, open and close brace. Next, inner for loop, this one, open brace, this one close brace. Next, if condition for this open and close brace. See, next this one for loop, open brace and close brace. Now let us see the output here. See, I have created the array variable, the array size is 5. So next I am storing the 5 elements. Next I am passing this array to the function. Here the function name is, for ascending order I have declared the function name as ASC order, ascending order. See, this is function declaration part. First I have declared the function. Next here I am calling this function and I am passing the array, that is variable, array variable name is ARR. Next here array size, totally 5 elements, so here I have passed the value 5. So that here from this step, here now controller will copy this array base address to the PTR. Next here this n, it hold the array size is n. For that I have declared it as n. So the n, it will hold the value how much? 5. See, now let us see this array. Very first, here this ptr variable, here the function definition for this ptr is store the base address. What is base address? 1000. So 1000 were stored in ptr variable. Next here n. What is the n value? 5. See, function argument here, first pointer variable, it holds the address of this ARR base address, that is starting address. Next argument n. I am passing the 5 to this variable n. So n, it will hold the value 5. Next from here, inside this function definition, I had created totally the 3 variable I, j and temp. See here I had used totally the 2 for loop. First for loop, this is outer for loop. Here in outer for loop, this variable I have declared I. For the inner for loop, the variable here I have declared it as j. See, this until you know. See, if you take one value from the outer loop, for example, if it is I value is at very first here 0, this 0 is checked with this here, this condition satisfied. So here once condition is true, again it go inside this inner for loop. Next this inner for loop completely it will execute. After that only next value of I will be taken. So here the inner for loop, here I am telling I plus 1, j is equal to I plus 1. So here what is the value? I is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So the jth value now it will have I plus 1 means 0 plus 1, 1. So j value is now 1. Next it will check 1 is lesser than 5, n value is 5. This also condition satisfied. So again it enter inside this for loop body. So here I am just checking E by address. Here first I am telling value at ptr plus I. See what here, this one already last class we had seen. This is one method. By using this we can access the array element inside the array. Here see here what is the ptr value? The base address is 1000. So here value at this one ptr plus I am telling. ptr always it has the value base address 1000. So for each and every iteration the value at this ptr address location plus I location. Now I value is currently 0. So if we add the pointer with 0, then we will get the base address. So here that is starting address which we have initialized that address. So here 1000 plus 0 is 1000. So here star 1000 plus 0, that is value at 1000. What is the value at 1000? Value at 1000 is 3. First I am taking the, for this I am telling if condition I am telling, in the if condition star value at 1000, what is the value at 1000? 3. Now I am comparing this with whether it is greater than star. Next again here value at this one ptr value always it will be the same address, that is the 1000 here 1000, that is base address plus j value. What is the j value now? Here j value is 1. So 1000 plus 1. Here in the pointer variable, suppose we are adding the number to the pointer variable, depending upon the size, that is the data type size, the value will be incremented. So here 1000 plus 1 means here data type is 4 byte. So 1000 plus 1 into 4, 1004. So it mentions the 1004 address, next location address. So here now I am comparing this 3 with 1004 location, whether this one is greater or lesser. So the 1004 location address here we are having the value 1, whether 3 is greater than 1. This one condition true. See this if condition, if it is true then it will go inside. I am swapping the number, otherwise it will takes the next value. So here 3 is greater than 1, the condition is true, so it go inside. Here I am telling this and all already we get see. I am swapping the number. Say temp is equal to value at ptr plus I. What is the value at ptr plus I? Value at here I value is 0, ptr plus I is, that is 1000. Value at 1000, here what is value at 1000? 3. So this 3 will be stored to temp. Next here value at here pointer plus I value is 0, that is 1000 plus 0 1000, value at 1000. So here in the 1000 address I am telling to store the value of ptr plus j. What is the ptr plus j? Here 1000 plus j value is 1, that is 1000 plus 1, that is 1 means it will take 44 byte, 1 into 4 1004. So that 1004th location the value is 1. So here that 1 is stored to where? At the 1000 location. Next here star ptr of plus j, that is star ptr plus j is here 1004. So here in the 1004th location I am telling to store the temp value. What is the temp value? Temp value is 3. So here the number were swapped, that is ascending order means from the lowest number it will print the highest number. So in this way here we are swapping by use of this address. Just we are fetching the address, inside that address we are taking the value element, that is corresponding element, and we are comparing to the other element in the array list. See, suppose if it is greater, then we are swapping that number to next position. See here now what is the value at the 1000 location? The value were 1. Next at 1004 these values were 3, that is 1004th location I am storing the value 3. I had swapped. So here now currently this 1000 will hold the value 1 and 1004 it will hold the value. Now here inside this inner loop the j value will be 2, 3, 4. Next I is equal to 1. Here j value takes from I plus 1 means 1 plus 1 2. So 2, 3 and 4. When I is equal to 2, here j value is equal to I plus 1. That is from third location and fourth location. Here this loop here 2 times, here 3 times, here 4 times inner loop will be executed. In this way here what purpose we are using? We are taking a number and we are comparing with the other location element. If the number is greater then we are swapping, if the number is smaller and we are not going to swap that number. So finally if I am telling to here I am telling to print for I is equal to 0. Here now what is the 0th value? Here the value is 1. Up to 5th value after swapping here this will become like this. Here say this and all original values, here 3, here 1. After swapping say after swapping finally to this location 1000 location the value 1 will be stored, for this location 2 will be stored. Next in similar way at last here 9, the value 9 were stored. This is the ascending order after swapping I am telling. So finally after finishing this for loop, next for loop here I am telling to print the final value I am telling to print. So here finally this output will be displayed like this. Yeah, that is 1. Next that is star ptr of I, that is ptr is always ptr value will hold the base address, that is 1000, that is 1000 plus 0 is 1000. At the 1000 location the value is here 1. Next in similar way here it will print like this 3, 7 and 9. So the number will printed in the ascending order. Next now let us see here some examples how to pass the array, that is a character array, and how to manipulate the data by using the pointers. Now let us see. Say here what type? This one integer data type, this one character data type. Say if I want to create the pointer variable to fetch the address of the integer variable, then here I should create the pointer variable as take this variable name star ptr, so that by using this pointer variable we can fetch the address of this a of 0, or directly we can give a means that base address will be stored, the starting address. By using this we can access the element inside that address. See now let us see about this character data type. See here for the character data type, here we should mention the character pointers. So here character, here let us assume this pointer variable as star ptr1, so that here suppose if we are giving like this ptr1 is equal to here ampersand of str of 0, or str directly we can give. Say suppose if we are incrementing this ptr plus plus, if I am incrementing this pointer variable here it will increment 44 value because this is integer data type. See, suppose if I am incrementing the ptr1 plus plus, this pointer variable will increment here 1 because the default size of this character is 1 byte. So now let us see some examples. This one you should remember, whenever we are storing the string, at the end of the position, see, it will allocate the /0, that is the null character. See, why we are using that /0 means it is used to identify the end of the string. So here the /0 will be allocated by C itself. For example, suppose if you are declaring the variable here character, next str of 20, so that totally for this array it allocate how many space, 20. Variable name is str of 0th position, and same way str of first, second up to here str of 19th location. For the character, default data type size is 1 byte. See, suppose this address, if it start from, let us assume 1000, here next character it is located in 1001 because for each and every element it takes 1 byte only. So here 1002, the third element stored in 1002, etc. Last element is 1019. Because this one is character data type, it allocate 1 byte for a letter or a character. By using this scanf function, suppose if you are storing the value, see, now let us assume this one, scanf. How you will store the string? By using %s, next str, that is string. Here we can get the input from the keyboard. Suppose if you are giving the string in the keyboard as sun, let us assume sun. If you are typing in the keyboard sun, then here this variable str, this string sun is stored to the variable str, so that when it is storing in the memory, it will store like this. Str of 0th position, here the value is s, next at the first position value is u, at the third position value is n. Say /0 is allocated by C itself. So the /0 is allocated at the end of the string. Why we are using this /0 means it is used to identify the end of the string. So here now let us see some examples. See here, this one main open brace, and I am closing this brace here. Next here, this one user defined function, that is CPY. My function name is CPY. This is for loop, while loop, open brace, and I am closing the brace here. See, now let us see the output here. Here my function name is CPY. See, just like string copy, by using this CPY function I am going to copy the two strings, copy the string. See here, in this CPY function here I am having the two pointer, that is character pointers, pointer variable S1 and S2. This is pointer variable. So pointer variable we should use star after that variable name, star S1, this one character star S2. See, next here, this is main part. Inside the main part I had created the two variable, character variable, that is source. This variable, first variable name is source, second variable name is target. See, each variable it has how many byte? 20 byte. We can store up to 20 letters. Here in this step, see, in the output I am telling to print, enter the source string. So in the output, next in this step I am getting the input for this variable. So here, suppose if you are giving the string in the keyboard sun, so that here system store that sun to the variable, which variable? Source variable. So here say this one source, for this totally it allocate how many byte? From 0th position, that is source of 0th position, next source of first position, source of second position, source of third position, etc. up to last here source of 19th position. Say for the target also it has totally 20 space. First space here, this variable name target. Here for this I had allocated that is target of 0th position, target of first position, target of second position, target of third position, etc. up to target of 19th position. Totally it has the 0 to 19 20 byte. So total byte is allocated here for source and target 20 byte. Say after this step enter the source string. Here I am giving the sun. So this value, that string sun, is stored to the where? Source. Here 0th location S, next first location U, next second location N, next at the third location /0. Automatically this /0 were given by the system itself. When you are storing a string, at the end of the string you see it will store the value /0, that is the null character. It is used to find the end of the string. So here sun and /0 were allocated for the source. Next here, this is function call. Here I am calling the function. I am calling this function and I am passing the two values, that is I am passing the two variables, passing array to the function. I am passing the two array variables. Here first one target, second one source. See here this CPY, this function, how it copies? Here it copy the, this is first argument, comma this one second argument. Say while using this function CPY, this will copy the second argument, that is second variable, to the first variable in this direction. So I had given the string to the source. Next here, this you should careful, when you are giving the argument, this you should pass correctly. So here first I am giving the target. So CPY of here target, this variable name is target, second variable name is source. See, I had given the value to source. So here the source, what the value element inside the source, that will be copied to target string. So this is the logic. For this I had written the code here. Here each and every location it have the unique address. So here let us assume this source variable start from 1000. So next this source of first location is 1001, source of second location is 1002, source of this third location is 1003, etc. up to last byte, that is source of 19th location address is 1019. Say in same way for this also target, here let us assume memory address for the target it start from 2000, let us assume 2000. So target of 0th position, this base address is 2000. Next to this here target of first position is 2001, next 2002, 2003, etc. up to last 2019 is the last byte address of this string target. Say in this way the memory allocated. Now here I am calling the function cpy and I am passing the target and source value. We can give like this, otherwise this is equal to same way here cpy of see the both were same. If you are giving the variable name, then here the starting address will be stored to where, to this S1. We can give like this, otherwise we can give like this also. Here I am mentioning the starting position, base position, that is the 0th address. Target of 0 means target of this 0th address is 2000. So this 2000 were stored to S1. Next here source of 0th position, that is source of this 0th position address is 1000. So here next here this 1000 is passed to S2, that is string 2. This is also a pointer variable. So here you should mention star here, so that this target starting address is stored to S1. Next here this source address is second argument. So this source array address, base address is stored to S2. So here keep in mind this S1 it hold, what is the value of S1? Target starting address, base address. So base address of this target is 2000. So S1 hold the 2000. Next here this S2 it hold the source starting address, source of 0th location, this base address is 1000. So here S2 it hold the address 1000. Say up to this just we had fetched the two variable address. Next here I had initialized the variable integer I is equal to 0. This is used for the loop. Here I am using the while loop. See here first one here in the while I am checking the condition here while value at S2 plus I not equal to /0. So here the S2 it contains the value how much 1000. So here I am telling here S2 plus I. What is the I value? This is important. When you are initializing, when you are giving the I value, here itself you should initialize the value. So here from the 0th position it takes. Here next here in the while loop it will check, say not equal to /0. If the condition is true, then it will go inside this while loop. Once the condition is false, it come outside the while loop. So here very first value at, now let us see here this I value will be for each and every iteration. Here I am incrementing the I value. For very first I had initialized the I value to 0. So here in the while loop here it check star of s2 plus I, whether it is not equal to slash 0. It will check for each and every iteration. S2 plus I value is 0. S2 address is how much? 1000. 1000 plus 0, 1000. So here value at 1000, what is the value at 1000? Yes, it will check, it is not equal to slash 0. This condition true. So it enter inside this while loop. Inside this while loop I am telling here, that is S1 plus I, that is 2000. I value is 0. So here 2000 plus 0, 2000. So in this location 2000, here I am assigning the value at S2 plus I. S2 plus I is now 1000. Value at 1000 is S. So here this S is copied to the location 2000. So here value S is allocated, that is copied. Next here I will be incremented. After incrementing, now what will be the I? From the initial value is 0, from 0 plus 1, 1. Now I value is 1. Again here when it is 1, it will check the condition whether value at S2 plus I not equal to slash 0 or not. Here S2 value is here 1000. Next 1000 plus I value is 1. So here now 1001. Here the value is 1001. So it check the 1001th location whether it is slash 0 or not. 1001 location it is not slash 0. Here the value is U I had stored. So here it is not this condition true. So it come inside. Here I am telling yes, value at S1 plus I. S1 address is 2000. I value is 1. So 2000 plus 1 is 2001. So to the 2001 here this 1001 value will be stored. Value at 1001 is stored to 2001. So here value at 1001 is U. So this U will be stored to here 2001 location. In similar way, finally the source what we had given, that source string were copied to the target string. See, after completing this function, it return back here where the function called. Next here I am telling to print the source, that is source is equal to this source what I had entered, that source string will print here, that is sun. Next after that here target is equal to this target string. Here by using this function I had copied the letter by letter, that is character by character to the target. So here target also will have the same string which we had source. Here next slash n, next line I am telling to print here target is equal to, that is percentage of S. Here inside this target that string will be printed. Inside this target the string is sun, because I by using this user defined function I had copied that string to the target. So here it will print the value target is equal to next sun. So in this way we can pass the array to the function.